It's probably going to take me forever to post these. They're kind of deep. I can always tell when it's going to kind of be a little difficult. So the video I have uploaded, I didn't get to really unpack it as much as I wanted to. But anyways, to piggyback on it, Baron was discussing how so many people are, why haven't people jumped on the bandwagon of defending Erica in reference to her family, right? And that's a good question. It's a great question. And when he was unpacking it and kind of putting in his thoughts, I was like, wow. Something immediately came to me. Because it made me think of my experience. There's so many things within my experience that I resonate with a lot of different things. It just is what it is. It's not my favorite. It's really not. Like, I made it abundantly clear. Everybody has an individual walk. Everybody has an individual path. Everybody has an individual purpose. And some are, it's uniquely and tailored made to you. It truly is, and what you're capable of. And you don't question it. As soon as I stopped questioning things, everything just kind of followed into place, started falling into place for me. And recognizing the timeline, the events, the players, the psyop, all kinds of different things. And so that said, when he was unpacking it, it made me think about my situation. Why isn't my family jumped on the bandwagon of defending me, paid to stay silent, or implicated because of the part they played? Money runs out. What do? Money runs out. Money does run out. Then these are all things that came to me when I was laying down and praying and talking to God. I mean, I had just, it was like unpacking becoming a covert asset for the government based off your choices. That's another thing I'm going to unpack. I peeled back some onion layers last night, like connecting the dots further back in my life. I was like, ouchie. That was a sting. And those know. I mean, they just do. It's unfortunate. Anyways, implicated because of the part they played. Money runs out. What you did to acquire the money remains with you forever. Burdens carried forever. That's the thing. That is the thing. Money does run out eventually. Now, of course, if you have, billions and trillions of dollars, it may not run out. But again, the money might not run out, but the burdens you did, or the choices you made to acquire that money, remain with you while you have that money. And you see that so evidently on the faces, on the actions, on the choices, on the words, on the deflections, on the manipulations, on the inability to provide truth to the receipts that have been provided. This is what's crazy to me. And this is where you just know. And so it's one of those things when you wake up to it and you realize it and you're like, I see. And so when you go down that rabbit hole, which is not often fun sometimes, and you start piecing things together like that, and God kind of shows you the answer to the question, even though you don't want to see it. Because you wholeheartedly want the best for everybody. You want everybody to make the best decisions. And a lot of the times, often in this construction of this manipulated system, is they provide you choices. And choice A and choice B are both not in the benefit of you, but in the benefit of someone else. But because they're your only choices, you have to choose between the lesser of the two evils. I know about that. It sucks. But you always have a choice, especially when it comes to money. To money. And I think what we're seeing now on the grandiose scale is who's paid for, who's complicit, and who's implicated. In a lot of different shapes, sizes, spin-offs, however you want to narrate it. However you want to get ahead of this. I mean, it's just, the reality is the reality. The truth is the truth. And when someone has been mistreated, somebody has been wronged, 555 as I say that, in so many different ways, and yet you sit back and you watch and you eat your popcorn and you don't do anything to stand with them, fight with them, defend them. When you know the truth, you know the truth, and you choose not to because of a buck, just understand that that buck comes with burdens. It comes with burdens that eat at your soul. It does. Why do you hear so many different artists speak about that in their music in reference to the soul and fighting for your soul? It's in various different songs throughout the years, dated back to MJ, Phil Collins, Billy Joel. I mean, way back, even before them. You know, it's a dancing with the devil that you just don't want to get tied into. You just don't. And so that's just something that came to me after hearing Baron unpack that. And it was really kind of an eye-opening thing for myself to process, truthfully, in reference to my situation. So that said, I'm going to finish the remaining video on this portion of it. And it's in regards to my son. Okay. I know with every beacon, fiber, bone in my body that my son, in various different ways, has been used against me. Alright? I'm his mother. I know him through and through. I know his thoughts. I know his mannerisms. You know your kids. You know your kids. You raised them. They came out of you. You know them. Alright? And you know when things are off. When something's not right. It doesn't make sense. That said, because I know that various different people in my life, various different organizations, 3-letter digits, I'm blacklisted, all this stuff. Yeah. Okay, cool. That said, because I know the gravity and the magnitude that they have taken it against me and my son and my minor, and I am his only steadfast parent, and the fact that they had no qualms of attacking me and my son in the different psychological and spiritual and physical ways that they have in the past years, I know how dirty these people will play. And the fact that they have the capability and the mindset to do that is enough in itself for principle alone for me to get up every single day. And if you think that they wouldn't do it to you and your loved ones like they aren't already, with all the psyops that are running around here, and not to mention all the human trafficking, the child trafficking, you got another thing coming. And see, this is what is enough in itself that gives me will, that gives me strength, that gives me fortitude, perseverance to fight. Because you can't treat children, women, men, no one in this world like that. No matter who you are, you do not have the right to attack anyone. And period. I mean, that's just the law of God. And that's what Jesus Christ died on the cross for. You can't do that. It's not okay. And so